Welcome back to Simulating Scratch. I'm your host Luke here with another edition down in the simulator. Today we've got the privilege of playing one of the top 25 courses in the U.S. It's actually an honor that I got just a couple days ago to play real-life green grass golf at an iconic club, Prairie Dunes. It's going to host the 2029 Senior U.S. Open for the men. Super excited to play on simulator to see how it compares to my real green grass experience. So at the end of the round, we'll open up this scorecard and we'll see which time did I play better, on the simulator or in real life. Let's get to it. We're playing Prairie Dunes, aka Prairie Knolls, on GS Pro. Nice par 4 opener. Beautiful little dog leg back to the left. A little cutting Stark over there to the fairway. That should be just fine. 115 in. At the gap wedge. Not that I will recap every shot for my lovely afternoon at Prairie Dunes, but did have about this yardage and this pin position coming in. I know that's a false front. I got to carry it all the way there. That's just not quite going to do it. We'll go ahead and keep this gap wedge in hand, though. Get a nice little chip with it. Whew. Quite a bit zippy on that one. Got my work cut out for me on the first to save par. Kind of a little double breaker. 13 feet down the hill. And it does not come back. Bad opening bogey there. But that's alright. The par 3s here at Prairie Dunes are incredible. They all happen to play uphill. Several of them sit into really cool dunes that are just coming out of the middle of nowhere in the middle of Kansas, which is a lot of fun. 149 uphill, that back left pin position. We are not aiming at that pin. That's the center of the green swing, and that's going to be pretty short of where we wanted it. But that's all right. This is not the hole to get cute with. There is a ton of undulation. I missed this green in person and had a nasty, nasty time with my chip shot. We'll fast forward, get through all this slope. Oh my goodness. It's still rolling. Fast forward really isn't working well there. Look at all the undulation on this putt. I'm going to have to aim this 10 feet out for a 53-foot putt. Back up the hill. Let's see if I can get this anywhere close to the gimme circle. Not even close. Oh man, look at that run. One of the fun things about this course, and they do a good job of putting it into the renderings on the simulator too, the greens go straight into the rough. There's no fringe, there's no first cut. It is into nasty rough. So you can see I putted that one off the green into the rough. I think the smart play here would be to chip out. So 9 yards on this chip for our par. We are getting our butts kicked so far. That's got to go. It's pretty cool. As nasty as this green is, there's still a lot of really good pinnable spots. 6 feet up the hill. We have to save this bogey, or I may just start re-recording this whole thing. All right. Definitely not the start we're looking for. These are some of the more gettable holes. The back end gets really, really tough at Prairie Dunes. But we do have this almost drivable par 4, and we're going to go for it. I did go for it the other day. Not that I'm trying to recreate the same round, but I kind of know what it does. That should be a pretty good lead, hopefully short of the bunkers. Oh, into the bunker. Okay. Again, you can see all the undulation. I'm not even on the green yet. We've got 17 yards out of this furry trap. Sit. Got away from me there, but do have an opportunity to make a 3, get one of those bogeys back, which I really need. 12 feet, pretty flat. Going a little right. Oh, I hammered it. It's alright. Got our par finally on the board with the par there. Another very similar par 3 is the second, but they do change directions a slight bit. So some of that wind could really make these two shots quite a bit different. Just gotta go a little bit. Another false front climb. All right, maybe got a little bit fortunate to hang up there. We'll take it though. I really needed to. 18 feet up the hill. Good stroke. Oh, just a hair short. We've kind of righted the ship a little bit, a couple pars in a row, but there are birdies to be made out here for sure with no wind. From the white tees playing 6,100 yards on this par 70. If I'm truly a player that can simulate scratch, I need to make some of those birdies. $129. 130 up to 9 feet. That's close to 140. I'll carry it at 127. That's going to be short of where I wanted it, but that worked out all right. All right, really good look here at the fifth, apologies, for my first birdie. But man, does it have some break. 6 feet, we've got to play it just a little bit outside the hole, I believe. All right. There's one of those birdies I was talking about. I knew I had it in me. Just kind of had to keep the good swings going. I haven't played too bad on the first couple, other than putting one off the green. Really good par 4 here. You'll see that the green complexes all around Prairie Dunes are just so cool to look at. So much variety. All right, another decent shot. I didn't hit all of it, but we're going for just fairways and greens today from 6,000 yards. I don't need, or 6,100. I really don't need a ton of distance around this place. 100 yards, up 11 feet. And that felt like the wrong club, and I'm glad I checked because that would have been bunker short. So let's club up and hit this One. Pretty good strike there. We'll see if it works out. Go. Another false front green that you just have to really land on the right shelf or else you're going to have a long putt here. This was designed by Perry Maxwell, who did Southern Hills and several other great courses. Oh, that was almost a nice bonus. Not to be. See if we can make a good driver swing here. If we get one going out there, we should be able to get this home in two. And not a good driver swing. A little heel cut. Only carried that one 223. Not good, but still make it there with one more. So 7 here goes back towards the clubhouse. Not to get ahead of ourselves, but the 8th hole is regarded as one of the best par 4s in the world, and you'll see why. But for now, we've got 228 into this gettable pin. I popped it up. Won't be any harm there, but really not what we're looking for. Kind of a good time to show off some short game shots, though. I'm really starting to love this 40 to 60 yards with these new pitch technique that I've been working on. Didn't quite fly far enough, but we still got a birdie look. I think that's one of the beauties of that pitch technique. Rather than really digging down on it, I'm more shallowing out at the bottom, using the bounce. Even when I mishit it, I get away with those a lot more than not now. 16 feet. A little bit of a double breaker. Oh, chips on the edge. Pretty unfortunate not to make a 4 there on that short par 5. But what are we going to do? So awesome par 4. Just going to pause here. The fairway takes you straight. The green is all the way back up to the right, sitting up on top of the hill, heavily guarded, heavily sloped green. The first time I was fortunate enough to play Prairie Dunes, I hit a hybrid into this par 4, which is not a common occurrence for me. Really tough hole. Playing the forward tees a little bit today. I want to catch the speed slot right there at like 270 to 280 up to the right. That'll really shorten up this hole. But if you pay attention to a lot of the details on this rendering, I love the tee markers. I love the cottonwoods and the rough. This course looks really good on the simulator. Alright, finally a better swing. We'll see if I get it out there to the speed slot. If I can carry that hill, I get a... I didn't quite... Kind of bumped it into the hill. But we got a little bit more distance out of that. So again, going from having a hybrid in here with no wind today, hitting a little pitching wedge, quite a bit different. But we still have to focus. This green is nasty. Pretty good swing there. All right, if we can roll this one in, then this would be a huge bonus on the really difficult 8. Then again, this may suck all the way off the green. And this is one of those greens. I had the chance to go down to the Masters in 2 weeks at this point. This approach shot reminds me a lot of number 3. If you don't fly it to the right level and you're short, it is coming all the way back to the fairway, 50, 60 yards back up to the pin. Got it up on the right shelf though, 17 feet, ton of break. Oh, I hammered it. That was an unforced error. Really, really not good there. Kind of lost my mind. Really wanted to make a circle on the 8th. Now a ton of break coming back on this 8.5 footer. Really need this one to go in. Oh, high side. That's what's going to happen. There's going to be 3 putts at Prairie Dunes. These Maxwell greens are very difficult. They're running with any speed, like I imagine they are during the summer. It's very nasty. Got a pretty good swing there. Feeling ever so slightly better with the driver. 9 holes in. It's taken a while to get warmed up, but that's golf sometimes. 135. You've heard it again. You've heard it before. Nasty green. Have to get it pin high. Did not get it pin high. That was short all day. That will not run out there whatsoever. Got a fun chip here. I'm going to go sand wedge rather than lob. Got plenty of green to run it. Gotta go. Get in there. Alright. Finally one into the gimme circle today. I like those no work pars. Alright, past the clubhouse. Really cool tee shot here. You're sitting almost literally right on the back deck of the clubhouse. The tee box is sitting under the porch, and everybody's watching you. Another really tricky, fun par 3. Really enjoyed hitting this shot. The wind started picking up on our back nine when we played. Alright, pretty good swing there. Might be a little short. Hopefully we get a good kick forward. Alright. So that was a full 8. I needed a little bit more. But we still have 18.5 feet. Relatively straight. This would be a nice one to see go in. And there you have it. I think I just need to start talking about it a little bit more. Good birdie there to get me back to +1. We've got some really challenging par 4s that await us. Starting with the super long dogleg left 11. Alright, we're fading them off, but that's alright. We're safe. Gonna have 156 in. It's gonna be another pretty good 8-iron. Back up the hill a little bit. And it's fat. It's gonna be woefully short. Put that short game to work a little bit. Now I'm going to go with the lob wedge. I need to fly it a little bit higher. I don't have as much green to work with. 16 yards, and I need to fly it This at least 10. And I did. I flew it all 16 there. And I have a lengthy comebacker for this par. The good news is we are almost dead straight here. $19 feet. I did shove it. Right off the face, knew it was a push. That's alright. We're starting to get into the stretch of golf that I think is my favorite stretch of golf on really any course that I've played. We've moved out of the sand dunes on the front. We're still in the sand dunes, but now arising out of these sand dunes are these massive cottonwoods. The simulation does a pretty good job. These cottonwoods are quite a bit taller though in real life. They are intimidating. This tee shot here on 12 is framed by those massive cottonwoods, and it's a really narrow target. Hitting this straight is the key. Avoiding being locked out by those cottonwoods. I think I did it. I think I hit it far enough and straight enough to have a clean shot. That was not the case when I played it in person. 70 yards. Nice 3/4 lob. Really smooth. Carry at 64 on the sensor. Be good. Alright. Need this one to go. Ton of break. I know you've heard that again. You're probably sick of hearing about the break out here, but man, these greens are something else. Our gracious hosting member, I'll get to that in a second after I roll this in. Great birdie there. Really needed that one back. I'll keep him anonymous, but he has written a book about the top 100 courses in the world. He's played them all. It's a great book. Go check it out. Fabulous host. Was able to get us on Prairie Dunes. He's been a member there for quite some time. He described these greens as the best 18 green complexes in the world. And quite literally, he's played all the best ones in the world. And for him to say these stand out among all of the top 100 that he's played, that's saying something, and I am no one to disagree. These green complexes are fantastic. Another cool par 4 running next to the cottonwoods. They don't really come into play on this hole. Should be pretty good. Hopefully another wedge in here. Yeah. 67 yards. Got the last one up and down from very similar. So we're uphill. This should be another 3/4 lob wedge. See if we can't hit 2 in a row. Hung up in the rough there. I think that would have bounced down in real life, but what are you going to do? I'm going to have to play this one quite a bit outside for our 12-footer for birdie. Not high enough. Good par there. Coming to one of my favorite par 4s of all time. This is the 14th at Prairie Dunes. It is technically a driver from this hole. It is drivable. The problem is if you hit it right out here, these cottonwoods are 120 feet tall, and you're completely blocked out with anything with loft. So I am finally going to do the smart thing and hit hybrid. I learned my lesson from playing this in real life. I can tell you the driver did not work out. I alluded to those tall trees because I was right in the thick of them and had no shot for the approach. Well, turnover hybrid, it's really the only club in my bag that I'm comfortable with turning over when I need to, and that helps a lot for holes like this. "44-yard pitch." You know I'm excited about this one. I love hitting drives, 270, 280, 290, sometimes over 300. But I'm having the most fun right now with the wedges, hitting these shots that require a lot of finesse, yet a lot of speed to generate the spin as well. Let's get into it. 44 yards. Flew 36, not going to be enough. A little helping jump off the fringe. We still have 13 feet for the birdie. I really want to make this. I'm going to take my time putting this one about a cup out. A little inside that, hopefully. 13 feet. Oh, it wasn't enough, or just lost a little bit of speed. But the par stretch continues. All right, here's the iconic 15th. This sits up. The tee box is nestled between just a grove of gorgeous, gorgeous trees, perfectly pruned. This hole is generally into the wind and uphill. We've got 164 today, but I have played this where I had to hit a 4-iron as well. So it's going to be short right with the 7. I tried to choke up, take a little bit off. Really didn't need to, seeing how much uphill it was. It's going to come all the way back. Another false front green that if you don't get it to the right level, you're coming all the way back. You can see the slope from this view. 24 yards. We've got to get this one up and down. Try to throw it up to the right. Fly it up top. Check. Oh. When we got up to this hole in real life a couple days ago, I had birdied it the first time. I had chipped it in from off the right side of the green all the way back to the left, birdieing the signature hole out here. I was over the moon. Then we played it a couple days ago. My first birdie, was a couple years ago. Then we played it a couple days ago, hit an 8-iron, just 10 feet short of the pin. I was like, am I going to birdie this signature par 3 twice out of 2 times playing it? Sure enough, rolled the putt in. Then here we are. I have no chance of making 2. False front, rolls all the way down, and then we chip it in again. I played that hole 3 times. Little foreshadowing to the scorecard. I birdied it all 3 times. I don't know. Some holes are just meant to be. That was a good one to get back to even par. We've got a good par 4 here. That bunker does come in on the right. I need to get it around it. Pretty straight ball there. Should have a really good angle from this left center fairway position into that pin. 115 yards. I would love to make another birdie before the final 2 holes. Need a good swing here. Tuggy McTuggerson. It's going to be pin high, but not where we wanted it. That green does funnel to the right. If I would have got it just a little bit closer to the hole, it would have funneled down to the pin. But we still have 20 feet for birdie. We can roll this one in. Another one that I'm just continually impressed with the putting. On the GC3 sensor combined with the GS Pro software, I did shove that putt just a hair. Sure enough, it missed it by just a hair outside right. So really, really accurate with the putting. Got a reachable par 5 if I can stay in the fairway. It's left. My first miss left today. That's a new one. Again, I love the renderings around here. All the detail that I think it was Run Putt Run and CG Simulator put into the renderings. Really good detail. This hole does not do it justice though. That green sits so high and it looks so tiny. And you're trying to hit a long iron or a hybrid into there to reach it in 2. And there's severe drop off front and right. But regardless, we're going to give it the business. Try to make a birdie going in. Gonna be a little short. That'll find its way into the rough. Got a tricky pitch there. You can see the slope. I had a shot similar to this, and I got way too cute. Now, no, I'm not going to get cute this time. We're going to play the smart play out here, left of the pin. Try to carry it up onto that top tier. Let it funnel in there. Oh. Good look at birdie though. Ton of break on this 5-footer. I'm going to have to put this one on the edge, and I hope that that's enough. It was not. Oh, brutal bogey there, or par there. Felt like a bogey. What can I say? Down to the closer, going back to the clubhouse. Another solid par 4. The tee shot lines you up almost at the clubhouse, which is really tricky. It's a tricky visual. But we did not hit it at the clubhouse. That's a good driver swing to end on. .69 yards. I really want another birdie here. We're at 65 on the sensor. That's pretty good. We'll take that. Got a 10-footer, 10.5-footer to close for an under par round here at Prairie Knolls. Gonna go just a cup. I really want this one. It's got some break in it though. I want to hit it firm enough, keep it holding that line. Got it. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 birdies, under par, 69. That was fun. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed all the renderings. But that's probably not why you stuck around. You want to see what that scorecard looks like. So let's check it out. There it is. There's the scorecard. Get a little bit closer. I am the bottom. I shot a 1 over par 71. Shout out to my buddy Shane, who shot an even par 70. We had a blast playing. Hope you had a blast watching me play on simulator. If you ever get the chance to check it out, do not pass it up. You'll enjoy it. Till next time, thanks.